Hi guys! After last time's technical issues, we have managed to get onto the launch pad, as you can see. So what we're going to do is launch the What Not to Do Mark 1, and we're going to say goodbye to Al, Jack, and Pat Me Kerman, because they may or may not survive this. Actually, no, let's be fair, we've set them up with a decent escape system. All we do is wait until the solid fuel stops burning, and, you know,
Try
and
and
let them
bring them
out.
back
Just
in one
hammer
piece.
space, and they'll be fine. So
I don't want to have to go to those wives, sons, and daughters and explain why they're dead again. Too many
okay,
times. Too many
so
times.
set yourself to full throttle.
You.
Now hit space. Oh wow! Wait, no. First, hit T. Hit T.
Oh, of course. Turn on the
Yeah,
SAS.
turn on the SAS so you don't go flying. I nearly forgot that. Hit
Oh,
space.
okay. 3, 2, 1, and launch.
And up we go. Now, what you want to do here is learn how a gravity turn works. Do you know what a gravity turn is?
No, because I did biology, not physics.
Yeah, but you have played KSP. You never know. You might have come across it. Okay, a gravity turn is using gravity to help you turn the ship over to get the velocity in the right way. In other words, it's tilting the ship to 90.
In the direction of the rotation of the planet.
Yeah, if you're trying to get into orbit just to get the most efficient one. If you were going for a specific orbit, obviously you go for a specific orbit. But...
Yeah. Well,
But,
we're about
yep.
to lose our solids.
Okay.
that sounds like a horrible condition.
Okay, that looked pretty cool. There we go. Now, when you get to...
Right, let's have a look at the map.
Yeah.
These are some of my other attempts at horrible orbits.
By the way, if you press the full stop key on your number pad, it will bring that up automatically.
That works. Okay.
Okay, so we're probably getting to the point where we're soon going to be wanting to turn. So go back to the normal view.
Hold on, I just thought I heard something go horribly wrong.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah,
the engine
what went
overheated.
horribly wrong is you were using the mainsail, which overheats.
Yeah.
There is no way this is getting into orbit.
Nope,
I'm not sure this even has enough delta V to. Yeah. No, I'm not sure the thruster weight is going to get you any higher. Oh, it is just. It's just enough to keep you going up.
Haha, screw you.
So, now that we have remembered that the engine overheats...
Yes, it needs to be... I worked it out once. It needs to be just a little
lower.
below. Not much, just a little below full throttle. And it should be okay.
Yeah.
This one I don't think ever overheats.
No, so we may as well just hit escape and revert there.
Revert!
Revert flight to launch. No, not space center, revert. Yeah, that's it.
It's a launch. Right,
let's
try
let's
this
do
one
that again.
again.
Okay, so, not looking at the map view this time, because we don't need it yet.
No, so it's about here, I think, is right.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, we can fine-tune it once the engine actually comes up.
Yeah.
But, the gravity turn, if you know what you're doing, you want to start. It's most efficient to start at about 5 kilometers. But for training purposes, you want to start it. You see the atmosphere gauge there? See how you've got the different bands on it? They are the different thicknesses. You didn't turn on SAS. Hit T. Hit T. Hit T.
Oh god.
That's close enough. That's close enough. You'll be all right.
Slightly
off. You might want to... here's a good point to explain how the nav ball works. The nav ball is relative to your keys. So, whereas pressing A may not actually put you in the right direction based on what you're seeing, because who knows which way you've rotated it, the nav ball is always rotated the right way. So when you press A, so you'd need to turn off the SAS and press A. Okay, there we go, yep. So fiddle around with your WASD and you'll see what happens. Press S a bit. Press S, press S. That's it. Line yourself up on the dot and then press T.
You ain't
That's
got time.
There you go. Now the SAS will do its best to hold you there, which is very easy with that with the reaction wheel in there. Okay. Yeah, that's looking about right, isn't it?
Just
okay, so back to the
right.
atmosphere. The atmospheric bands there. The way that KSP models the atmosphere is instead of it being a gradual decline in atmospheric pressure and density, it has southern boundaries. So we're about to pass one. The first one is at about 12 kilometers. At that point, I want you to turn it over onto about a heading of 90, which for you is going to be pressing W and D slightly. So, yeah, I'll turn off your SAS. And bring it down a bit to... No, not 90. That's north. Other way. Sorry, S and D. Sorry, that was my fault. 90 is... Do you see the line there? Yeah. Okay, somewhere around here is a good place to stop. So hit T, and it'll hold you onto that course as best it can. Now, we want to hit M to see where our apoapsis is at the minute.
Bear in mind, we're about to run out of fuel.
Yeah, I know. Well, okay, hit X. Hit X, hit X now. That kills your throttle immediately. Bring up your... we have very little, but actually, you know I was saying that we're not going to get into orbit? This fucker might get into orbit.
Hey!
Just. Okay, now go back to the map. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Okay. What we want to do here is... I think we've got enough time. Set up a maneuver node. Click on where the apoapsis is. Now add maneuver.
Add maneuver.
See the green one pointing to the right there? Drag that. Okay, and...
Until we've got an orbit.
Let go in a second. Okay, we see the periapsis there. Hover over the periapsis. Keep dragging it until that's outside of the atmosphere, which is 70 kilometers. So keep dragging. This is going horrible.
just a bit.
Okay, no, pull it back. Pull it back. You've
you
reached escape velocity. You don't want that. So either pull it back that way or pull the other one. Okay. Yeah. Now what's the periapsis say?
54.
54. Drag her up a bit. Okay, wait, hang it was at 58. Never mind, ignore this, ignore this. Kill this, we're just going to do it manually. We'll do it live! Okay.
Oh god!
What you're going to want to do is, before you get there, you are out of the atmosphere now. Good. Before you get to your apoapsis, what you want to do is pull yourself around so you're on 90 degrees at the boundary between the blue and brown. Which is, admittedly, roughly where that blue is.
So around about where my prograde is.
Yeah, just under. At the actual boundary, because when prograde reaches that boundary,
right,
is when you want to hit burn. So for this, so you know, that's close enough. Yep, you're going to lose your fuel in a second.
Yes.
So
like that.
Now go again, and let's keep looking at this.
Come on!
It might make it. It might make it. If it doesn't, it's going to be a hell of a suborbital flight. You are past apoapsis. You are going down.
She's going down!
Doesn't necessarily mean we won't be able to pull her up out of the atmosphere. Does mean you might not have enough fuel to get back in.
Yeah, this is the hitchhiker's principle of flight. We just need to miss the ground.
Exactly, exactly.
Which is actually a bit closer to orbital mechanics than most people would like to admit.
It kind of is. I mean, basically an orbit is just... it is effectively just falling, but by the time that you reach where the ground would have been, you've moved sideways far enough that there's no ground there.
Yeah.
It really is falling around the planet. Okay,
falling with style!
Come back out of map mode. Let's just have a look at the altitude. You're still outside of the atmosphere. What might help is if you lean a little more up to vertical. It won't help much, but it will a little. Remember, your SAS is still on.
Yeah, but it is still moving.
Yeah, but well, that's the thing. It's the new SAS. Actually, I completely forgot about that. The new SAS, you can actually do that. You can just move, and it will do its best to keep going. You're now inside the outer fringes of the atmosphere.
Oh, God.
Not necessarily a problem. Hit M. Let's see what the map's doing. Okay. Oh hell, we're nearly there. We are nearly there, man. Keep coming, keep coming. Wait until the periapsis comes, and then hover over it. It's not there yet. It's not outside of the planet. It is now. Okay, hover over it. Get ready to press X. Oh hell, you've run out of. Oh no, you haven't.
No, that was me. That was me cutting the throttle.
Okay, now. Okay, kill the throttle now. Now pull back. See where the apoapsis is.
Apoapsis is at 97.
97. Okay, what we're going to want to do is hit the full stop on the keyboard, not on the number pad, and bring up some time warp. Full stop. Next to comma.
Ah.
Yep. Keep going, keep going.
Let's
It'll
do,
tell
wait,
you
what?
that, yep, it's physics warp. It's not normal time warp because you're inside the atmosphere. But hit it again. And hit it again. So now we're going at 4 speed.
Let's do the time warp again.
Now keep an eye on your apoapsis. It's going to stay outside of the atmosphere. That's cool. So what we want to do is wait until we get outside of the atmosphere again. We should be climbing now. If you go outside into out of map view, keep an eye on your altitude.
We are actually climbing, yeah.
We are. Keep an eye on the altitude. Once we reach outside of 70,
we'll
then no. Once we reach outside of 70, we will go back down to 1 speed time warp, and then we'll bring up real time warp, which is on rails. Which is much faster. The first step is 5 times.
I just, while we're here waiting, I've got some really bizarre orbits. You can tell that I'm not good at orbits because they're all different. I've got an orbiter of some description, the really funny craft probe.
Which means something broke off of the really funny craft.
I've got this ballistic probe that's going. That's got this bizarre orbit. I think I might have another one that's in solar orbit. Oh no, that must have been another save.
While we're here, we can get rid of the maneuver node because we don't need it now. So click on the maneuver node and click the X.
The X, yeah. Okay.
Okay, now let's hit back out of map view.
See where we are.
We're outside of the atmosphere, so hit comma to slow down.
Slow down.
Now go back into map view. Hit comma. Not hit comma, hit full stop. And keep an eye on it. And before we get to the apoapsis, we're going to want to
come back to
real time and point in the right direction. Because at the moment we're pointing in almost exactly the wrong direction.
Well, yeah, because you can
we're
see
pointing retrograde, which we don't want to be doing. We might have got into orbit, but we also may not have got into orbit with enough fuel to ever come back. We'll see.
These guys going around in orbit have never come back. Why don't we take the time to arrange ourselves properly now?
So we're not
fiddling.
Do you want to set up a maneuver node?
No.
No?
Well, whatever's easy.
Well, that is the easiest way.
I've never been able to use nodes properly. They never work for me.
Click on roughly where the apoapsis is. That's it. Click on it. Yep. Add maneuver. Did you click with left click?
Yes.
There you go. Didn't actually click on the button. Right. Okay. I can explain how they actually. What we'll do is we'll set up the maneuver first. Pull the green one very slightly. Here's a good one. Alt click on the periapsis.
What?
Alt click on your periapsis. Hold down Alt and click on your periapsis. On the periapsis at the other side of your orbit. Alt click.
Yeah.
Alt and right click then. Sorry.
Do I have to have?
Did you do it once or twice?
Once.
Alt and click once.
I'm clicking.
Okay, now move away. There you go. Now click on your maneuver node.
Okay.
Now drag it. And you can see it changing. Let go.
Okay.
That'll do. As long as it's outside of 70, you're fine. It's covering up both of them. Drag it a bit more so we're definitely outside. There we go. We can definitely see 70. That's fine. So you need another 20 meters per second. That's fine.
Right. We can do
Turn off your SAS. Turn around. Bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart.
I was watching the video for that the other day. I just felt the need.
Keep going, keep going, keep going. No, keep going.
I'm going.
Okay, see that blue dot?
Yeah, that's
line up on that. Down a bit more. Up. Hit T. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just be close enough. There you go.
Close enough.
Okay, now time warp. And stop when you see node in T minus 1 minute 20 seconds. Stop when that gets to about 30.
Like so.
Yeah, about there. Because we can happily wait 30 seconds while we make sure everything's fine. So you might want to do a little bit of fine tuning. We've slipped a little off the point. Yeah, it's about right. And now It's probably going to take a couple of seconds to do that. So at t minus say 1 second, throw her up to full throttle, and I'll explain why in a second.
Yeah.
And get ready with the X key. About now. Get ready with X now. Okay, look at your periapsis is fine. You're in orbit, baby.
Hey!
Kill your maneuver node.
Kill it with fire.
Okay, so you've got your periapsis at 94 kilometers. Now go to your apoapsis. 95 kilometers. That, my friend, is a very, very circular orbit. There's only a kilometer's difference.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty bloody good. Now let's see how much fuel you've got left.
What not to do is what you should do. Oh yeah.
That was luck rather than design, but let's see.
Screw you!
Come out of map and let's see what fuel you've got left.
Haha!
Probably got enough to deorbit as well. Okay, so let's do a little bit of explanation about what things mean on the maneuver node quickly while we're actually in a stable orbit.
Sure, this isn't a good time to call it. Check the time.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's about time, and actually I've got to go, haven't I? I've got to go and play video games, get drunk, and listen to metal. It's going to be a great night.
Not Avril Lavigne.
No, not now, not today. No, that's my cycling to and from work music.
Oh God.
What? It's actually really fun, and I don't give a flying fuck what people think about it. It's really fun. I enjoy the music.
How many Avril Lavigne albums do you own now?
All 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
Well, I actually only own 1 of them, but we were, yeah. Anyway, I really don't care. They're really fun, and they're really good to model to, actually. 3D modeling, it really keeps you going. It's really, like, happy, really upbeat music, and it's just like, yeah, I can keep going till 3 in the morning, who cares? So, anyway. Speaking of which, guys, 3D modeling-wise, I am actually planning a parts pack for KSP, so that you're aware. So at some point there are going to be some demonstration videos showing up where I show off what I've made. Which I would quite happily take some, beta testers for if people are interested. It's a way off yet. Oh, here's a little tip. Double click on one of those windows. So right click again. Double click on the window. Oh, look, it zooms in on the window and you can get a better view out of it.
And that's Kerbal from the What Not to Do Mark 1 that's in orbit, surprisingly.
I am quite surprised, actually. That was luck rather than design, but it worked well.
I like to say I am just that awesome.
But, yeah, what we can do with the next one is I can show you how to build a rocket that will reliably get into orbit every time with plenty of fuel left in order to actually go and do something useful like, say, a moon mission. But on that note, with the blue marble poking out of the screen of the view screen right there. Oh no, look, there's the moon come to say hello. That's a pretty good shot right there, isn't it? That's a good point to kill it. Right, we will see you guys next time, and next time hopefully we'll get some more building done and some real rockets that can go further. Bye bye, guys.
Doodles.